Hey, how's it going? It's Fan Fantasy, and I want to talk about and even highlighting some developments for GHPC, but more so about the modding scene. And that's right, what you're seeing right now are some mods that can change the look of these tanks, and also change the way that you play. So sit back, grab something to drink, and enjoy the rest of the video. By the way, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe to support and stay up to date. So what you're seeing is the East German livery camo, or specifically the tri-camouflage. They didn't really come out until the late 80s, but it is pretty cool to see them in GHPC. You can also take a look at these photo references that I have. The BMPs, the T-55s, and the T-72s are modded with them, and the mod does come with camouflage for the US M1 IP as well as the Bradley, but the livery pack shines with the East Germans here. Next on my list, I do want to show you this upcoming reskin, and it's the Polish People's Army for the Warsaw Pact. This was brought to my attention by Grazinkowski, which you can check out his YouTube channel by the way, and it was made by Barkiro from his community. I think this reskin is not far from reality, and if the Cold War was to ever go hot, it's likely that the Polish would reinforce the Soviets and the East Germans. So if you ever want to play as the Polish People's Army for the Warsaw Pact, stay tuned for this upcoming mod. I'm sure a lot of you who are Polish would definitely appreciate this. Let me know your thoughts on this reskin in the comments below. And next, I do want to show you some mods that will replace some of your tanks, but before I go on to show you guys, these mods do require a loader called Melonloader, which will load the mod into the game. To use some of the mods, you will need to download Melonloader, and you'll need to locate the GHPC folder, click on the exe, and install. You'll notice that there's a mods folder, which you can put your mod files in that folder. Do note that once you install Melonloader, you will not be able to launch the game through Steam, but through the exe in the folder. And there is a modding channel in the GHPC Discord if you want to check them out, and you should install these at your own risk. So first, we got the M1A1, which replaces the M1 IP, and it's made by the Melonloader. It's not a perfect representation of the M1A1, but it is the closest one that we have in GHPC. And I do believe this is the first mod in the game. One of the main differences that you can see on the M1 Abrams versus the M1A1 is our main gun. The M1A1 uses the 120mm smoothbore gun versus the 105mm gun. So what's really nice about this mod is that they attempted to model the rounds, which I'm going to show you right here. We got the M829 Sable round, and we also got the M830 Heat. MPT stands for multi-purpose with tracer, and so you can expect this tank or this mod to pack a punch against the Warsaw Pact with its 120mm main gun. Since GHPC takes place around 1983, the M1A1 technically didn't exist until the late 80s, but if you're interested in the Abrams that packs a bit of a punch than the IP, you should definitely check out the M1A1 mod, but it's not in the current timeline of this game. And while highlighting the M1A1, I do want to mention the clear thermals, also made by the Melonloader. If you played GHPC earlier on, the thermals will look very familiar. However, I think it's a bit too clear for the 80s, but I'm not entirely sure if this is truly accurate. But if it helps you to see better, then this mod might be for you. But if possible, you should always try to shoot in day sights and scan the thermals as a best practice. But in short, I do think the clear thermals mod may work best with the M1A1. We also got the T-72B modded by the Melonloader and Swiss Admiral. The T-72B is an upgraded variant of the T-72 tank for the Warsaw Pact, and it was primarily used by the Soviets. The T-72B has a much improved main gun, which is the 2A46M, and it's capable of firing the ATGMs. B variant has a much better armor protection than its previous variants or the exported version. So I'm on the T-72B, and you'll notice that there's no visual changes to the model here. So we're gonna have to use our imagination with this mod because we haven't really discovered how to change the models. And one of the major differences of the B versus the East German T-72 is our round type. So it's the 3BM32 Sable round versus the East Germans. They had the 3BM15, and of course historically the East Germans didn't have access to the most advanced Russian Sable rounds. So I'm going to demonstrate with the T-72B here. So you notice downrange I did put the M1 Abrams there, but I'm not going to use the Sable round on the Abrams, so I'm going to range it to that target over there. And we'll fire it one round down there. And now we're loading the 9M120 ATGM missile, also known as the AT-11 NATO designation. And it should change, there you go. And we'll fire one ATGM missile towards the Abrams. And you do have to control it. And target. Let's see if we got him. Ooh, nice. We actually get him. And yep, looks like we destroyed the M1. I do have a similar video of the T-72B on Steel Beast, so you guys can check that out too. It's definitely a cool tank to play as. But yeah, this is the T-72B Mod in GHPC. Like I said before, it hasn't changed the visual model for it, but you can expect better ammunition types such as disable and heat, ATGM, and some better protection. For the next mod I want to highlight, it's the BMP2 in campaign, also modded by the Bandinator. This mod will replace the BMP1 with the BMP2. The BMP2 comes with the 30mm autocannon, which is a powerful weapon to blast around in the Fola Gap. And it also comes with the Conqueror's ATGM missile that is easier to control than the Malyuka. Historically, there weren't many BMP2s in the East German army, but they are still featured as a infantry fighting vehicle in GHPC, and it was introduced earlier in this year in the April Fool's update. Currently, the BMP2 is limited in the showcase and in one of the missions in this point of development. So if you want to play more of the BMP2 in your campaign, you simply install this mod and you can expect the BMP1 to be replaced by the BMP2s. Keep in mind, I do believe the BMP2 is still a work in progress. So overall, these are some of the mods I do want to highlight for GHPC, and if there are more mods, I'll be sure to check them out. I was honestly a little bit hesitant to check them out, but after trying them out, I can say it's pretty impressive of how far this community has come in terms of discovering how to mod this game. So that could be a good thing in the future, but also a curse that might break immersion in some ways if you really care about that. Personally for me, I would like to stick with mods that are closer to being historically accurate, whether that's skins that have nicer detail or weathering, or even tank models that existed within the time frame. So I'm not really sure if I'll always run the M1A1 mod, and since the game is still in development, the current models will always constantly be tweaked and changed, which may break some of these mods for sure. So I'm not sure if it's stable at this time, but who knows. Perhaps GHPC can have official modding support or Steam workshops, but I think that's a discussion to have later on once this game is finished. And of course, shout out to the modders. Like I said, it is impressive for sure, and I would like to see more livery and skin mods, or even nice detailing on some of the vehicles. And so I'd like to hear your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on some of these mods and skins, or maybe some ideas that you have in the comments below. And if you're a modder, let me know, reach out to me, I would love to collaborate and also showcase some of your mods as well. So once again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe to stay up to date and support my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.